All right, so today we're going deep, really deep into the history of, you guessed it,
Deep
Harvard.
first.
Harvard University, that's right.
You know it?
Now, you probably know it as like this big deal, world-famous school, right?
Right.
But
Global powerhouse.
global powerhouse, exactly. But the thing is,
Humble beginnings.
humble beginnings, that's an understatement. We're talking Puritan roots,
No,
folks.
deeply intertwined.
Deeply intertwined. We're looking at an excerpt from a text. It's called, let me see, America's Early Education. The Founding of Harvard College, 1636.
1636.
1636, that's where it all began.
A
So
long time ago.
a long time ago. And what we really want to uncover here is how did this little college, basically meant for like
Training minister.
training Puritan ministers, how did that become the Harvard we know? How did that happen?
It's a fascinating journey.
Yeah, it really is. So let's rewind the clock. 1636, the Massachusetts Bay Colony, right?
A group of Puritans.
Puritans, yeah. And these folks, they were serious about education. Serious.
Yes, like the key
The key to everything.
to understanding the Bible.
Bible, yeah.
Building a morally strong society.
Right. And this whole idea, it was like the opposite of what was happening in Europe back then.
Oh, absolutely.
Over there, it was all like education for the rich and powerful,
The elite.
the elite. But the Puritans, they wanted something different for the new world.
Equality, in a way, at least in terms of access.
Yeah, access, exactly, but with a very specific goal, right?
Oh, yeah, training ministers and leaders.
Who would uphold all those like strict religious principles?
Uphold. Absolutely.
So, okay, picture this. It's 1636. You're at Harvard. Actually, you're not at Harvard. You're at like Harvard. One building.
One building. That's
One building and the curriculum. Intense, man. We're talking theology, classics, ancient languages,
Latin, Greek.
all that stuff. Latin, Greek, like hard.
None of the electives you see nowadays.
No, no way. And resources, forget about it. They had the bare minimum, really, really a far cry from what we see today.
A world away. Completely
A
different.
world away. But here's the thing. Even with all that, even with those like super humble beginnings, Harvard, it drew students like from everywhere, all over the colonies.
They flocked there.
They flocked there. Why? Because they were hungry for this structured religious education that Harvard offered.
And it wasn't just book learning.
No.
They were shaping minds, producing leaders, people who would go on to shape early American society.
Like, give us some names.
Well, you've got Increase Mather,
Increase Mather.
became president of Harvard himself,
Wow.
embodied those Puritan ideals, scholarship, religious leadership.
Textbook Puritan, basically.
Yeah, and then his son, Cotton Mather,
Cotton Mather.
also a Harvard grad,
Huh.
became this prolific writer, really influential.
Influential. How?
Well, he was a key figure in the Salem witch trials.
Oh, wow. The Salem witch trials.
A dark chapter, really, but it highlights, the complexities of those Puritan beliefs.
Yeah, definitely. And it shows how Harvard's influence, it started to kind of like grow beyond just that initial Puritan circle.
It did. It really did.
So late 1600s, we see it contributing to this broader, more general intellectual culture in New England. And that's huge.
It's a shift in values, really, for American society as a whole, because suddenly formal education, it's not just about religion anymore.
Right.
It's about something bigger, something more, and that paved the way, for other colleges.
Other colleges like
Yale, Princeton, all those big names.
wow. So think about it, right? From one little building focused on training ministers to like one of the most prestigious universities on the planet.
It's quite the transformation.
It really is. And it makes you wonder, right? How has the role of education in America changed? Like how much of those Puritan roots are still there at Harvard today?
That's the big question.
It is. So yeah, the education, it's morphed from this mainly religious function to this broader engine of societal progress, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
But Harvard, even though it's changed so much,
Yeah.
it's diversified.
Yeah.
It's like those early Puritan values, that rigor, that intellectual pursuit. It feels like they're kind of baked into the culture there.
I think so. Look at their academic standards, still demanding.
Oh yeah.
And they still emphasize public service.
Right.
It's like this commitment to excellence and giving back to society.
Which were like core Puritan values when you think about it.
Deeply rooted. Absolutely.
So from those Puritan beginnings to global powerhouse Harvard's story. it really shows us how education, it can shape not just individuals, but entire societies.
Powerful stuff.
Powerful stuff. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this. What strikes you about Harvard's journey?
Yeah.
And how do you see those early values, those Puritan values, reflected in the bigger picture of American education today? Something to think about, something to ponder.
Food for thought.
Food for thought, absolutely.
Indeed.
Until next time.
See ya.
See ya.